ओम वक्रतुंड महाकाय सूर्यकोटि समप्रभ निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा। ओम श्री महागणपतये नमः। ओम श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। हरिः ओम। सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः। शारदा शारदाम्बोज वदना वदनाम्बुजे सर्वदा सर्वदास्माकं सन्निधिं सन्निधिं क्रियात्। श्री शारदा परमेश्वर्यै नमः। वाक्यकारं वररुचिं भाष्यकारं पतञ्जलिं पाणिनिं सूत्रकारं च प्रणतोऽस्मि मुनित्रयम्। ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ओम शांति शांति शांति। हरिः ओम श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। हरिः ओम। सर्वेषां नमस्ते। अद्यतन वर्गे कुसुमं नाम कक्षायां प्रथम वर्गे सर्वेषां स्वागतम्। This much everybody will understand, isn't it? So, invoking the blessings of Lord Dakshinamurti, who is our Adi Guru, the entire Guru Parampara, more notably Puja Swamiji Dayanand Saraswati, Swami Paramathananda, and all teachers, gurus from whom I have learned Sanskrit, offering our prayers to all of them, thanking them for helping us to conduct the previous courses successfully and completing them. We now start a new course, which is titled as Kusumam. The previous one was called Kalika, which is a bud. Kusumam is a flower. So the bud has now bloomed. And in this course, there are students from the previous Kalika course also, few students. Plus, there are a large number of students from our previous course, Sanskrit course, which we held, we started during the COVID times 2020 and ended it, probably completed it somewhere in 2022, if I'm not wrong, or maybe 21, I don't remember the exact dates. So a hearty welcome to all of you. And old students, of course, know the rules of conducting these classes. The first rule, of course, is anybody who logs in, request them to mark their attendance so that we have a record of who all have attended the classes, number one. And this time around, I'm going to be insisting upon regular attendance as much as possible. Of course, there could be circumstances where one is not able to attend regularly, which is understandable. But as much as possible, please attend the classes regularly. Because if I find somebody not regularly attending, and that too without informing, then I may have to get in touch with that person to see whether is there any genuine difficulty because of which they are unable to pursue the course. So this is one point that I request all of you to please make a note of. The second and more important point here is, we are going to follow a textbook which I have circulated to everybody. I hope you all been able to open it and access it, because one or two students told me that they are unable to open that PDF file. If anybody has got any issue still with that, please let me know, and I'll see what best we can do. But most people have not come back saying that there is a problem. In fact, it is the same textbook which are circulated in Kalika course also, and they followed it. So we will be following that textbook. And as I said, we will be starting from, I think, page 90 or 91. I don't know exactly. From where we left off in the Kalika course, we will continue from there. And what I am going to do is, after this initial, initial talk on, introduction, I'm going to do a PowerPoint presentation just as a sort of a revision or a reminder to everybody what we have learned, especially based on what we have taught in the Kalika course. But then the same thing we have learned in the earlier course also, who are students here. So that I will make a small presentation so that we are all on the same page as to what we are supposed to do now going forward. And these classes will be held. I mean, the teaching will be done between me and Padma, Nagesh ji, turn by turn, because Padma ji is going to prepare for her MA final examination in Sanskrit, MA in Sanskrit. So she requires some time for that, which I believe is sometime in the month of May. So, but still, even if she is going to conduct the class, I will be present in the class as much as possible. Except, unless, of course, there are unavoidable circumstances that I am not able to be present. But because of that, I don't want the classes to stop. So that's why, in fact, Padma ji conducted the Kalika course entirely on her own. I was very busy in other things. So she will be continuing to, be the co-teacher or the second teacher, additional teacher, or whatever you may call main teacher. So we will be conducting these classes together. Okay. And another important aspect, as you have all experienced, is the homework. Now we have set up this Google Classroom. Honestly speaking, even I am totally new to this Google Classroom. I am not very much, familiar with all the features of the Google Classroom. I just started with the most simple one. I just wanted to set up some system whereby the students can do their homework, submit that homework through the Google Classroom, and then the homework is corrected and sent back to them with the remarks or whatever, grades or marks or whatever it is. The marks are not important, but what is important is the submission of the homework and getting it corrected and trying to improve. I mean, if there are mistakes, to learn from those mistakes and improve. And I think 99% of the students have been able to figure it out how to work on this. Some of them have experience. They have been using Google Classroom for other classes that they have been attending. But some students were having some issues, which again, for most of them, it has been sorted out. So if one or two students still have got a problem, how to handle it, how to upload the homework and all, please get in touch with me, and I will direct you to some of the students with whom you can either speak or get in touch and then get your problem solved. I gave one homework which is asked you to copy the prayers and upload that paper. Today or tomorrow, I will be giving one more small homework as a test case only, rather, nothing to do with the lessons, so that you can do that homework and also gain more experience in uploading it without any problem, smoothly uploading it. So one or two times we will do that, so that we are very sure that how this is to be done, so that when the actual homework comes, we are not stuck with that. So this is something which I wanted to highlight today. Okay. And as usual, if anybody has got any doubts or want any clarification, we will discuss that after the class. If there is any doubt relating to the lesson, you can raise that doubt then and there itself, rather. But any other general kind of doubt and all that, you can raise it after the class. We can deal with that. Okay. So with those introductory remarks, we once again offer our prayers to the entire Guru Parampara to bless us, to grace us with successful learning of the Sanskrit language, one of the most wonderful and beautiful language in which all our scriptures are written. Very profound language. Help us to study and understand and use that language practically. Okay. Hari Om. Now I will take you through the slides. All of you can see the slide?
Yes, Guruji. Yes, Guruji.
Okay. Now, where is the slide show? Correct. Play from the start. Right. Samskritihi. This is a recollection of what we have studied earlier from the standpoint of what is going to be relevant for us immediately in this course. In fact, all these points, all these slides which I have prepared, based on the first 90 pages of the Kalika, first 90 pages of the book, which we covered in the Kalika course. So that Kalika students also come up to speed. And of course, old students who are there from the previous Samskrtam classes, they should have absolutely no problem in following this, these slides and what is taught here. In fact, I would say for them, it will be some sort of a kindergarten stuff because we have done much more there, right? Some disturbance is there, so I'm muting everybody again. Okay. Sorry. Okay. The first lesson that was taught in Kalika course was the usage of these words, yeshaha, yesha, yetat, and also saha, sa, tat. So, samipastasya bodhanaya, yeshaha, yesha, yetat iti prayoga bhavati. That means what? If we have to refer to a thing which is near us, so we use the words yeshaha, yesha, etat. If we have to refer to something which is nearby. But if we have to refer to something little distance, durastasya bodhanaya, we use saha, sa, tat. This is the difference in usage of these yesha, yesha, etat and saha, sa, tat. Udaharana rupena, yeshaha, yeshaha is pullinga, yesha is strilinga, etat is napumsakalinga. This I think all of you know. So yeshaha balakaha, yesha balika, etat pustakam, samipasta bodhanaya, very near, something very near to us. This is a book, this is a boy, this is a girl, and this is a book. We are referring, when we in English you say this. Then durastasya bodhanaya, saha balakaha, sa balika, tat pustakam. What is the usage? That is a boy, that is a girl, and that is a pustakam. Of course, in English language, we don't have pullinga, strilinga, napumsakalinga for all these things. We use the same thing, this and that only. Whereas in Sanskrit, we will use yesha, saha, yesha, sa, etat, tat. This is clear to everybody? Very simple. Then we saw some of the pullinga, strilinga, and napumsakalinga shabdas, words, nouns, padams. Balakaha, simmaha, vanaraha, gajaha, vriddhaha, harinaha, ballukaha, vrikshaha. All these are all masculine or pullinga shabda. As a thumb rule, what you can notice, wherever the visarga comes along with the noun, it's a thumb rule only. It is not a grammar rule. Wherever visarga comes, it will be pullinga. So you can identify a pullinga word by finding out whether there is a visarga or not. If there is a visarga, most probably it will be pulling. That does not mean that if visarga is not there, it is not pullinga. That is not what I am saying. But if visarga is there, in all probability, it will be a pullinga shabda. Then strilinga shabdas. Example are balika, lata, aja, mayuri, vriddha, kalika, mala, nadi. These are the strilinga shabdas. Now, most of the strilinga shabdas will not have visarga. That is one point we have to note. Secondly, strilinga shabdas mostly will end in two sounds, a or e. Like you have got balika, vriddha, lata, then mayuri, nadi. So a, dirgha a or e will be the ending. Again, this is a thumb rule. It is not a grammar rule. Okay. There could be exceptions in both the cases of pullinga and strilinga. So you should not get confused. But generally, this is how we identify what is pullinga, what is strilinga. Then napumsakalinga shabdas, we have words like phalam, vimanam, vyajanam, dugdam, pushpam, yanam, jalam, bhavanam, etc. Now the common feature all this is they are all ending in anuswara right? Phalam, pushpam. Again, this is a thumb rule. If it is ending with an anuswara and if it is a noun, then it will be most probably a napumsakalinga shabda. So once you have these thumb rules, then whether you should use esha saha or esha sa or etat tat, it will become much more easier for you to determine. Okay. So samyak smarantu, remember very well, esha saha is pullinga, esha sa is strilinga, etat tat is napumsakalinga. Okay. No doubt, any doubt till now?
None, Guruji.
None. Okay, good. Then we also learned in Kalika course and earlier also we have learned Prashna Vachaka. Prashna Vachaka means questions, words which actually are interrogative or what you can call, question words. Kaha, ka, kim. Again, pullinga, strilinga and napumsakalinga. Kaha is pullinga, ka is strilinga, kim is napumsakalinga. This is again something that we have to remember. If we have to ask kaha gacchati, who is going, it will refer to a man or a masculine person, right? Male person. So this is another thing we have to remember. So avadheyam, that means just to remember, yesha saha kaha. So yesha saha kaha will come with yesha saha because they're all pulling. We have to match all these, same gender should be used. The answer, uttaram will be yesha saha mayuraha. So yesha mayuraha, if the mayura or the peacock is near you, saha mayuraha, if the peacock is at a distance. Okay. Then yesha sa ka. That is in strilinge, in feminine gender. Yesha sa mahila. So this is a lady or that is a lady, or this is a woman or that is a woman. Then etat tat kim, napumsakalinge. Etat tat pushpam, etat pushpam or tat pushpam. This is a flower or that is a flower. Depending upon the distance, this is the usage, how we have to use yeshaha and saha, and also kaha, kahakim, depending upon the gender. Okay. Then we also saw Prathama Vibhakti usage. I'm not going into explaining all the different Vibhaktis and all. We will all go through them one by one so that as the lessons proceed, we will be very clear about all these things. So Prathama Vibhakti, this is an example of Etat Shabdam, which is a Sarvanama Shabda. Don't worry about what is Sarvanama. Prathama Vibhakti is what we have seen in the Kalika course and others also. Pullinge, because we know that all these nouns, they are declined in 3 vachanams. Ekavachanam, Dvivachanam, Bahuvachanam. Means singular, dual, and plural. Right? This we have studied that. Normally, in all other languages, we have got only singular and plural. But in Sanskrit, there is also a dual. If there are 2 things representing a noun, then we have to use the dual case rather. So, Etat Shabdam, Sarvanama, most of the Sarvanama Shabdas will come in all 3 lingas. Right? Pullinga, Strilinga. Whereas other nouns, they will belong to only 1 linga. Whether it will be a Strilinga Shabda or a Pullinga Shabda or a Napumsakalinga Shabda. But Sarvanama Shabdas are those which will come in all 3 lingas. Okay. So, Etat Shabdam Prathama Vibhakti. Prathama Vibhakti represents the Karta. We'll come to that later. I don't want to confuse you now. So, in Pullinga, the singular, dual, and plural respectively are Yeshaha, Yetau, Yete. So, suppose you are referring to a boy. Yeshaha Balakaha. Now, there are 2 boys that you have to refer to. Etau Balakau. Then there are more than 2, plural, lot of boys. Ete Balakaha. So, all that we will study. What is these, parallel for Ekavachanam, Dvivachanam, Bahuvachanam for non-Sarvanama Shabdas, ordinary Shabdas. Similarly, Strilinge, Etat Shabdam, Esha, Ete, Etaha, Esha, Mahila. Then Mahila, what is the dual case? Mahila, Mahile, Ete, Mahile. Ete, Etaha, Mahilaha. So that will be the the dual case and the Bahuvachana, the plural. Similarly, Napumsakalinge, Etat, Ete, Etani. Etat Pushpam, because Pushpam, Pushpe, Pushpani is there, right? Ete Phalam, Phale, Phalani. Etat Phalam, Ete Phale, Etani Phalani. So you will see that whenever we are using this Sarvanama Shabda, which is being used to point out that gender and also the Vachanam should match together. If it is Ekavachanam, then of the Sarvanama Shabda, then what we are referring to, the noun also should be in Ekavachanam. Okay. So this matching we have to understand, we have to remember very clearly. Then what is the other Shabdam? Prathama Vibhakti, Tat Shabda. All Sarvanama only, because these are the only one we have studied in the Kalika course also. Kim Shabda hai and Tat Shabda hai. Saha Taute, like Esha Yete, Eta, we had Esha Yeto Yete, like that Saha Taute. Then Sa Te Ta hai, Tat Te Tani. So these are all, again, Prathama Vibhakti only we are talking about. We are not talking about the other vibhaktis. Then kim shabda hai, kaha kau ke, ka hai, kim ke. Kim ke, kim ke, kani should be there. I think there's a mistake here, right? I'll check it out. I don't know why I put it as kim ke. Maybe there's a printing mistake in the book. I just copied it. Kim ke kani should be, right? So, because there's a tatte tani, kim ke kani should be the correct one, right? I'll correct it. When I circulate this, I'll correct it. Okay. Then there are what are called Sanya Shabda. These are Sarvanama Shabda hai, Sanya Shabda. That is the normal nouns which we say, Sanya Shabda, right? Udharanam ek, Balaka Shabda hai. Well, we saw Sarvanama Shabda, so Sankhya Shabda, we are going to see the Pratama Vibhakti, Ekavachanam, Dvivachanam, Bahuvachanam. So Balaka Shabda. Balaka is what? It is a Pullinga Shabda. So Balaka hai, Balakau, Balaka hai. One boy, two boys, many boys. Then Balika Shabda. It's a Strilinga Shabda. Balika, Balike, Balika hai. One girl, two girls, and many girls. Nadi Shabdam, again Strilinga, right? Well, you note, this is ending in A, this is ending in E, right? So, Nadi, Nadhyau, Nadhyaha. This is the form for Nadi Shabda. Pustaka Shabda, Pustakam, Pustake, Pustakani. This is the, again, Ekavachanam, Dvivachanam, and Bahuvachanam. For the some of these words, we will see some more words as we go in the next slide. I think it is there, right? So here, all this what we have now studied has been summarized here. Prathama Purusha hai. Then Kartrupadam. Kartrupadam means what? Kartrupadam means the nouns. Either it will be Sangya Shabda or Sarvanama Shabda. The nouns, right? Kartrupadam. You must remember this Kartrupadam word because this will come in exercise in homework and all that, right? Kartrupadam means the noun. So Yesha hai, Yetau, Yete, Yesha, Yete, Yeta hai, Yetat, Yete, Yetani. Saha taute, Sa te ta hai, Tatte tani. Kaha kau ke, Ka ke ka hai, kim ke kani. Correct. See, kani is here. So there it was a mistake there. So should I think either I have made a mistake or there's a mistake in the text from where I copied. Then balaka balakau balaka hai, balika balike balika hai, nadhi nadhyau nadhya hai, pustakam pustake pustakani. Then pratama purusha kriya padam. Kartrupadam, I told you, refers to the nouns. Kriya Padam refers to the verbs. And there are only only one verb, that is Bhudatu, which we saw in the Kalika course, in the first 90 pages, which will again be used in the next, lessons and all. So we must remember this, Asti, Staha, Santi. Again, Ekavachanam, Dvivachanam, Bahuvachanam. Asti means singular, is there. Staha, dual, those two are there. Santi is Bahuvachanam, they all are there, right? So it is, Bhudatu means to exist. So whenever we are using the word is or are in English, this is the equivalent to that. He is there, they are there. Sahasti te santi, right? This is, and then taustaha. This is the dual case. So this is all about what we have actually grammar, from a grammar point of view, we have learned in the Kalika course, which we have also learned, a very basic thing we have learned in the previous Sanskrit course. So if you all remember this much, of course, the Kriya Padam and Kartru Padam are not only this. There's lot of them. We'll see lot of them as we go along. Keep noting which is a Kriya Padam, which is a Kartru Padam. And So then the learning, if you remember all these things, the learning and absorption will become easier. So with that purpose only, I thought that I will just Kartrupadam, Kriyapadam, Madhyama Purusha, Uttama Purusha, Kartrupadam, Kriyapadam, Agre Patishyamaha. We will study it later. Dhanyavadaha. Thank you very much. Anybody has got any doubt, any comments at this stage? Nothing?
It's very useful, Guruji, to review whatever we have done. And
Yeah.
for others who have not done it, it's a new beginning.
Yeah.
But definitely you have made it very simple and divided it in such a way that it's easier. Or
Yeah.
maybe we have repeated it, it's becoming easier.
Yeah, that is true. See, whenever we start after a gap, it is always better to go back and revise what we have done earlier so that the continuity is maintained. Otherwise, suddenly, if we start, all of us may not be having the same kind of background, to remember, not to remember. That is why. Okay, now what I'm going to do is, I hope you have all signed that. Good. I'm going to now request Padmaji to take over. So for that purpose, I think first I will have to make her the co-host. Padmaji, are you okay to take over?
Yes, Mahodaya.
So first I will make you co-host. Okay. Now you can share screen and also you can come on the video and pin your your video so that you are on the screen and my face is not seen. I am there very much in the class. I am there as part of the class. I will actually stop my video.
धन्यवादः महोदय.
धन्यवादः.
सर्वेभ्यः नमस्कारः. इदानीं वयं क्रियापदवाक्यानि पश्यामः. नमस्ते. नमस्ते भगिनी.
Nice to see you again.
Yeah, me too.
Cheers.
But I'm a little bit nervous now. I am now in a different position. I'm a little bit nervous. I told Mahodaya also.
She is now promoted,
Correct.
But this is not the only class she is taking. She is taking Samskrta Bharati classes in Nana Nani also.
Oh.
So, yeah. So she is now an accomplished teacher.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
धन्यवादः.
Any guru is always happy when the students start teaching. That is the biggest happiness a guru can get.
So now we will see the, action verbs actually. So in English we will say action words, you can say. So far you have studied only the noun portions up to this page number 90. So now we will start with the verbs so that you can easily make a sentences. If you know a lot of verbs, it will be easy for us to make sentences. Okay. Dhyayena patantu. Please read carefully.
Is
I
everybody, 1 minute, Padmaji. Everybody,
yes.
This is clear? The screen is clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, Guruji.
Okay. Otherwise, you can just make it little bigger if it is possible. I can't do it because only Padmaji can do that.
Maybe you can enlarge it.
I think-
Yeah, this is fine. This is fine. Yeah, this is clear. Yeah.
So
Continue,
you,
Padmaji.
धन्यवादः महोदय. So for the picture also you can understand what the person is actually doing. First one I will read horizontally. 2 times I will read. You just observe. If there is any doubt with the word, you can ask me. Okay, patati. The first person is patati. Is reading. Likati. Likati. Writing. Kridati. Kridati is play actually. Namati. Namati. Pray. Gayati. Gayati. Singing. Hasati. Hasati is smiling or laughing. You can say khadati. Khadati. Eating. Patati. Patati. Patati means it is just falling down. It's coming down, falling, we can say. Gachati. Gachati. This means is going. Agachati. Agachati is coming. So gachati, agachati, going, coming. Pashyati. Pashyati. Seeing, looking or seeing. Vadati, speaking. Vadati. Upavishati. Upavishati is sitting. Uttishtati. Uttishtati. Getting up. He is actually getting up from the bed. Uttishtati. Davati. Davati. It's just jumping or crossing. For everything you can say davati. Or running also you can use. The second one. See, in the previous picture, you can observe all the masculine form is used, that picture. So in this feminine, so whereas that verb is the same, that you can observe. Patati, she is also reading, but the same word, patati. Likati, kridati, namati, gayati, hasati, khadati, padati, patati, gachati, agachati, pashyati, vadati, upavishati, uttishtati, davati. Chitrani drishtva riktasthanani purayantu. Riktasthanani means that blank place. Look at the pictures and fill in the blanks. So the first one I will just say uttishtati. Uttishtati. Second one. Can anyone tell the second one?
Namati.
Namati.
Namati. Dhanyavadaka Bhagini. Then prakshalayati. Third one. Prakshalayati means just washing. Prakshalayati. Brahmati. Brahmati, you can say walking or wandering. Generally, we'll use that word for wandering. Brahmati. Snati. Snati. Taking bath. Snati. Archati. Archati. That is doing puja. Archati. Khadati. Pibati. Ninth one. Can anyone tell? Ninth one.
Gachati. Gachati.
Uttamam. Dhanyavadaha. See, he's getting into the bus. Arohati is just getting in. No, arohati means actually climbing actually. So for getting into the bus, generally we'll say arohati. Arohati. Then the 11th one, upavishati. 12th one, avatarati. So arohati is going inside, getting inside. Arohati, coming down. Arohati. Pravishati. Pravishati is entering. Pravishati. Then 14th one, can anyone tell?
Patati. Patati.
Patati. Uttamam. 15th?
Likhati. Likhati.
Likhati. Uttamam. Dhanyavadaha. Then 16th, kridati. 17th?
Gachati.
Agachati.
Agachati. Uttamam. 18th?
Pashyati.
Pashyati. Uttamam. 19th, vadati. 20th, nidrati. Nidrati. Sleeping. Nidrati. So, in this, new words are avatarati, pravishati, then nidrati. These are all the new words from the previous slide. So, udaharananugunam vakyani rachayantu. Please make sentences according to example. Balakaha. So you can make small sentences. See, it is written Balakaha patati. So now you can say by knowing this noun and verb, you can make small sentences. Balakaha patati. Balika
क्रीडति
क्रीडति
क्रीडति उत्तमं. क्रीडति उत्तमं. बालिका क्रीडति. तरुणः you can choose
धावति
anything. धावति. Yes,
धावति
धावति you can. तरुणः धावति. उत्तमं. भक्तः
पूजति
अर्चति
अर्चति. Yeah, you can see
अर्चति
अर्चति. उत्तमं. भक्तः अर्चति. गायकः
This, sorry, Bhaktaha,
yes.
from the
Namati.
words that we have seen, Namati, yeah. Because what we have seen, we must use that, okay?
Archati asti bhagini. Archati asti. It is there.
Archati also is there, okay.
Yes, yes, bhagini. Yes, Mahoday. Archati is
Okay,
there.
okay, right. So you can say Archati or even Namati was also there, I
Namati.
think, isn't it?
Yes, Mahoday. Yes,
So both
Namati
you
is
can
also there.
Yeah, okay.
Bhaktaha Namati, or you can say Bhaktaha Archati.
Archati, yeah, okay, very good.
Then Gayakaha Gayati. Gayakaha Gayati. So Nataha, I think we have not seen. Nataha Nrityati. Nrityati means dancing. Nrityati. Nataha. Vararaha.
भ्रमति
आरोहति
Arohati. Yeah, you can say Arohati. Uttamam. Arohati. Yes, climbing. No? Vanaraha Arohati. Bahuttam. Balakaha
खादति
Kadati. Uttam. Putri.
खादति
Putri Kadati. Uttam. Vriddha
पश्यति
Pashyati. Uttamam Bhagini. Adhyapakaha
पठति
Patati. Adhyapakaha Patati. Vriddha
उपविश्यति
Upavishati. Upavishati. Uttam. Janani Pachati. Pachati, it is not given. So far, we are not studying. So, Janani Pachati, Uttamam. She is cooking. Pachati is another word. Choraha. Choraha, you can say, because so far you have learned like Gachati. So, Choraha, Gachati. He is just going. Choraha, Gachati. Yatrikaha. I think we have not seen the word. Pibati. Pibati is drinking. Yatrikaha pibati is drinking water. Dhanikaha, this also I think we have not seen. Yachati is
Yachati.
giving. Yes. Dhanikaha yachati. So yatrikaha pibati, dhanikaha yachati. So you can see the verb, whether it is masculine or feminine. So we are using the same. So there is no change in the verb format. That you should observe. Then Dhyanena patantu. Please read carefully. Karoti. So how you can use with karoti the same I mean verbs, how in this model also you can use it. So that is it, that is given. Balakaha namati, that we saw. Balakaha namanam karoti, that is balakaha is doing namati means praying, no? So balakaha is doing pray or yeah, balakaha is doing prayer. So it is, there is a slight change, you know, instead of verb, it has changed into the another format. So that you can observe. We'll just see how it has changed and all we'll see later. So balakaha namati. So that you can say balakaha namanam karoti. So both are having the same meaning, but two types of format. Balakaha smarati. Second one. Balakaha smarati. Balakaha smaranam karoti. Balakaha smaranam karoti. So with the karoti verb, how you can use? Balakaha brahmati. Balakaha brahmanam karoti. Balakaha brahmanam karoti. Balakaha rodati. Rodati means crying. Balakaha rodati. Balakaha rodanam karoti. He is crying. So he is you can say the Balakaha rodanam karoti. Balakaha dhyayati. Dhyayati is also the dhyanam, no? Like that. So Balakaha dhyanam karoti. Balakaha dhyanam karoti. The next one, Balakaha nindati. Nindati means scolding. So Balakaha nindanam karoti. So Balakaha nindanam karoti. Simhaha garjati. Simhaha garjanam karoti. Simhaha garjanam karoti. Vriddaha chintayati. Vriddaha chintayati. Chinta means just thinking. Vriddaha chintanam karoti. Vriddaha chintanam karoti. Saha shrunoti. Shrunoti means listening. Saha shrunoti. Saha shravanam karoti. Saha shravanam karoti. Saha snati. These are no taking bath. Saha snati. So you can see this is very easy, no? Saha snanam karoti. So generally if we talk, no, we will say only this. Saha snanam karoti. Balakaha nidrati. Nidrati, sorry. Balakaha nidrati. So you can say Balakaha nidram karoti. So this is very easy, no? Balakaha nidram karoti. Balika rachayati. Rachayati means just preparing, you can say arranging or preparing, you can say. So Balika rachanam karoti. Balika rachanam karoti. So these are all the format. Any doubt? We will stop with this so that in the next class we will see further. Thus with the same karoti. In this, any doubt?
The only
Padmaji, I
thing-
have,
One
sorry.
question.
Go ahead, yeah.
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 Roditi or Rodati?
Roditi.
Roditi. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
See, this is the beauty of, sorry, just I will have one word. The beauty of the language. The same thing can be expressed in different ways, rather, right? And not only, of course, here we are using only the Kriya Padam, right? There are alternatives also to replace the Kriya Padam by which the same, expression can be expressed, rather. So here, if we want to literally translate, like Balakaha Namati is, the boy is praying, right? Balakaha Namanam Karoti, if we have to translate, we can translate as the boy is doing the act of praying, right? So when we are using Karoti, Karoti represents the act, right? Whereas in the first case, the Namati is going with the Balakaha, whereas in the second one, the Karoti is going along with Namanam. So this slight difference, you can express this in different ways. And, it adds beauty and also flavor to the language. I just wanted to point it out. Of course, as we go along, you will get used to all these things and there won't be, you'll yourself understand all this. Any other doubts or questions are there?
Mahodaya, in the previous slide, we can say Choraha Dhavati also. Is this
We
correct?
can, yeah. Choraha Dhavati, you can say, yeah.
Okay.
Gachati, agachati, anything you can say, whatever meaning it conveys. At the end of the day, what is important is, have you understood the usage of this? That's all.
Yes.
So you can use anything which you, as per your understand. For example, we said Vanaraha, what was that? Arohati, right? We can also say Vanaraha Avatarati. We don't know whether the monkey is going up or coming down, isn't it? So we can say Avatarati. So you can use both rather. The more we use, the more practice we will get. Yeah.
Okay.
Raghuji, I have a question. It
Yeah.
is, I feel it is relevant. Now, is there a special use of namanam? See, you said karoti, mean you're saying doing the act of praying, right? So here, what does namanam? Namanam, is it really, when you use the word namanam, is it representing the word or is it representing the noun? I have a little
Namanam,
confusion.
no.
I don't know how
Namanam itself is a noun.
Oh, see, that's what here namanam is noun, right? That's the thing. Namanam
Second
is a noun.
case.
Yes, sorry. Go ahead.
I have not gone into that because we are talking only on Pratama Vibhakti now, right?
Okay. Yeah. See,
Now
that's
this
what.
is use of Namanam becomes the object of prayer. Namanam becomes the
Yes.
object and Karoti will qualify the object. I have not
Object.
got into those grammar aspects. Right now, you just study and understand that this can be done this way also.
Okay.
What is
See,
the grammar involved in that, we will see later.
Okay. That's what the confusion, because you have done something, so I just got totally confused. Okay, thank you. Thank you.
Okay, right. So, any other thing? Otherwise, shall we close? If there are no other questions, with the prayer, of course, we will close with the prayer. I think no more questions. You can stop the share screen, Padmaji.
Okay.
So,
Mahodaya, you will be circulating this the PPT which you have just revision, which you said. You will be circulating it on the group.
all the material which are there will be
Okay.
circulated to everybody. I will put it both in the WhatsApp group as well as in the Google Classroom. So that we should get used to that. Should be available everything there in the Google Classroom also. If somebody wants to refer. Okay. I'll now say the prayers. Okay. Om Purnamadav Purnamidham Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadhaya Purnameva Vasishyate Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om. धन्यवाद है सर्वेषां.
Harihi Om, धन्यवाद. They can do the homework, five sentences, no? That's Snanam Karoti, like that. Whatever.
Yeah. So I will give that homework and I will put it down and upload the homework in the Google Classroom. All you have to do is again copy it in a paper and upload that in your create or what is that? Create or add a document or something like that.
Add.
It is create or add document and then turn in.
Then after you have uploaded it, turn in. That's all you have to do.
Yes.
Okay. 2-3 times you do, you'll become very familiar with that. It's not a big problem. All of us are modern age. We are now going to artificial intelligence, which we don't understand. We don't have enough intelligence to understand artificial intelligence. But at least this much we can manage. Okay.
Very true, Mahodaya. Dhanyawada, Mahodaya. Dhanyawada, Bhagini.
Thank you.
Namaskar.
Namaskar. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Namaskar.
Namaskar.